Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, folks. Lovely to have you gathering again.
Hi.
Wendy,
Hello.
you're looking up and bright.
I'm getting better all the
Ah, very good, very good. Nice to see some faces. So, we got something rather lovely tonight, today, this morning, wherever you are, which is the contemplation on gratitude. And I must say, I think this is one of my favourite sort of contemplative practices. It's a bit like guided imagery in a way, but it's really a contemplation on things that we can feel grateful for. And just to state it once again, because I don't think I've done this practice with our group here for a while. If you consider this, if you have a lack of gratitude and you take it out the other end of the spectrum and you're pretty grumpy and unhappy, and at the same time you're trying to heal, then basically, energetically, you're just in the wrong territory. And I think we really can present this that simplistically. I'm sure we could go into the neuroscience and the biochemistry of it. But I think in the feeling sense, we can all really get this, that if you take anger and say chronic anger, which is resentment, resentment's chronic anger. If you've got that as a regular state of mind and you're sort of angry all the time, then associated with that feeling, with that state of mind, comes physical tension and tightness. And I don't think it takes much imagination to imagine what's going on at a cellular level if the whole body's got this sort of feeling of tightness and rigidity through it. It just puts constraints on all the natural functioning of your body. So, in a situation where we're aiming to foster and support our own contribution to our own healing, if resentment's a feature of our day and almost like our state of mind, because that's what happens. If you've got chronic anger and it becomes resentment, then it becomes like an underlying thread through your daily life. And if you have that, then it's actually going to be inhibiting your whole capacity for healing and inhibiting the whole thing that's and become a real force in opposition to the healing possibility. And then if you contrast that and you actually go to gratitude, that when you feel gratitude, there's just a natural outgoing expression that has a warmth and an openness and a vitality about it that's really at a polar opposite. And if you think of that sort of permeating your state of mind and actually filtering down into that cellular level, then it's like at a cellular level, all those sort of elements of biochemistry and all their miraculous things that are going on at a cellular level are actually freed up and sort of liberated to function at their best. So I think this is why it's so important, and really it's there is science these days behind why gratitude's so helpful, and you can just Google that and you'll find it. I think we've got some of that evidence on our Alleviate website, but it's like I think just from a personal point of view, if you do need any enthusing to tap into this practice, it's best just to go into the feeling of it and get that feeling contrast of those sort of negative emotions, those destructive emotions like anger and resentment, and how that sort of blocks everything up and tightens everything up. And the opposite of that sort of liberating effect that comes when we're more in that mode of gratitude and loving kindness is sort of is a lovely partner to the gratitude side of it. So the other thing that really appeals to me about gratitude is that it's actually a really nice thing to do, and it's so easy. I mean, all you have to do is remember to think about what can I be grateful for in this particular moment. And wherever you are, whatever you're doing, there's bound to be heaps of things around you that you can be grateful for. And I'm sitting here at a desk. I've got a cuppa on one side. I've got my phone turned on silent. Don't use it all that much, but it's there. I've got a little diary. I could be really, I suppose the phone's not a bad example, is it? I mean, I could think, oh, geez, bloody phone, it's ruling my life, as it seems to for some people, and be really grumpy about it. Or I could say, no, well, actually, I don't have much trouble in not turning it on most of the time. And it's actually really helpful, and being grateful for it. We probably all had a meal recently, and one of my favourite things is doing the dishes and practicing gratitude while I'm doing the dishes. And I've got a particular saucepan. I don't know if you've heard me talk about this before, because it's one of my favourite objects of gratitude. And I was trying to work it out. I reckon it's got to be at least 40 years old. And it's one of those old stainless steel saucepans with the copper bottoms. Do you remember those? It'd be really difficult to try and work out how many meals it's cooked. It'd have to be way over 1,000, and just to think of that object, and rather than being grumpy about, oh God, I need to wash it again, and thinking, God, I've had to wash this bloody thing 1,000 times now. You could do that, couldn't you? And you could turn your head into a really unhappy place to be living in. Whereas if you actually think, no, actually, this thing's cooked 1,000 meals for me, it's still good to cook a whole lot more. It's really easy to be grateful for this particular thing. And one of the other things I really like about gratitude, it's relatively cheap. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but it doesn't seem to cost much. And you can take it wherever you go. It's readily available. You don't really need much instruction. I mean, once you get the idea, I just got to be grateful for this thing. It's pretty easy to do. So it's easy to learn, easy to practice, pretty well free. I reckon I could just about defy the most cynical scientists to come up with a side effect of gratitude. I don't know, maybe they could manage it. They seem to come up with side effects for all sorts of things that you think are beyond that. But really, I think you'd have to say it's a very low risk activity, and the upside's huge. So having had a good rave about being grateful for gratitude, how about we settle into the practice? And so what I'd suggest is, if you need to adjust your body, just take a few moments to get your body settled. And then just settle into your posture. And maybe you're sitting in a chair or might like to lie down. So just take a few moments to adjust your body. And if you are sitting, your back just as upright as your body's comfortable. And you'll probably find it best to have your feet flat on the floor, just a little apart. And then you might like to lean back a little. Feel the support from the back of the chair. Hands resting on the thighs or simply cupped in the lap. Just notice what works best for you. And then when you're ready, you might like to join me and let your eyes close gently. And now, remember your intention. A gentle reminder to yourself of why you're doing this exercise, and then aim to let go of any effort, any striving to make something particular happen, and let's just do this together in an alert, curious way and observe what happens. So if you haven't already, you might like to let your eyes close gently. And as you do close your eyes, you'll probably notice something of a shift in awareness, becoming a little more aware of any sounds that might be around you. So just be content to notice any sounds that are coming to your awareness. Being content to simply allow them to come when they're ready and go when they're ready. Letting go of any judgment or commentary, just simply being open and curious to notice what sounds are coming to your awareness in this particular moment. And if you do notice any sensations from your body coming to your awareness, just the same, be open and curious. Simply notice them, free of any judgment or reaction, and simply let them come when they're ready and go when they're ready. And if any thoughts or emotions do come to your awareness, just the same, let them come when they're ready or go when they're ready. Neither wishing for a particular thought to come or attempting to push a particular thought away. Open, curious, non-judgmental. Simply allowing them to come when they're ready, go when they're ready. Resting in this simple, open, mindful awareness, quite effortlessly, just remaining aware and relaxed. Aware and relaxed. Now, bring to mind some object, something in your life that makes your life easier. And take a moment to imagine that thing as if you were with it right now, and have a sense of how it has been in your life, how it's contributed to your life. And as you do so, a warm sense of gratitude for this thing that makes your life easier or better, and then just like offering a gift with no expectations, say quietly to yourself, as if you were addressing this thing directly, Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And now bring to mind something or some event that has happened recently for which you can be grateful. And again, simply reflecting on this event with a warm sense of gratitude and without any expectations, and as if you were addressing it personally. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now bring to mind a relative or a friend who's helped you recently, and imagine as if they were there standing in front of you. And again, without any expectations and as if you're addressing this person directly, like with a free gift. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, bring to mind someone from your past, maybe even someone who has died, someone for whom you feel a real sense of gratitude. And imagine as if they were standing there in front of you. And again, without any expectations and as if you're addressing this person now. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, bring to mind the person you feel closest to in life. And imagine as if they were standing there in front of you. And take a few moments to reflect on what it is you feel for this person. And again, as if you were addressing this person directly. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, bring to mind some hardship you've faced in your life. Maybe this thing is still challenging for you. And maybe the difficulties are obvious. But now, reflect on what you might be able to be grateful for regarding this thing, and just considering what you might have learnt, what insight you might have gained. What might you be able to be grateful for regarding this hardship you've faced in your life, and again, free of any expectations, just like offering a free gift, say quietly to yourself, as if you're addressing this thing, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And now bring to mind a person you have some difficulty with. Perhaps not the most difficult person in your life, or somebody who you have some difficulty with, and imagine as if they were standing there in front of you right now. This person you've had some difficulty with. And again, without any expectations, and just like offering a free gift, and as if you're addressing this person, considering as you do that maybe they helped you to grow stronger. Maybe they showed you something useful. Maybe they helped you to become clearer about what kind of relationships you do want in your life. Maybe they taught you about personal boundaries or patience. So again, as if you're addressing this person you've had some difficulty with, without any expectations, and like offering a free gift. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And now bring to mind something you hope may happen in the future, and take a few moments to feel a sense of gratitude for how this thing maybe have helped you and to those around you. A warm sense of gratitude for this possibility, and as you imagine this, and as if you're addressing it directly, say quietly to yourself, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, bring yourself to mind and imagine as if you are looking at yourself just like you might in a mirror, as if you're actually standing there in front of yourself, and bring to mind how hard you've tried, all the things you've done to do the right thing. All the efforts you've made to help others. Reflect a little on the difficulties you've faced. All the things that you've been through. The things you've learned. How hard you've tried and the perseverance you've shown. The strengths you've developed. Think of all the things you can be grateful for, the things you can thank yourself for. A warm sense of gratitude and then speaking directly to yourself. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, simply feel that warm sense of gratitude as if it was dissolving all through you, amplifying those feelings of all the things in your life you can be grateful for. And simply resting with that feeling for a few moments now. Resting with that feeling of gratitude. Feeling that sense of gratitude as if it were all through the body and the mind. And feeling the ease of it all, the natural ease of it all. Feeling it all through the body and the mind. All through. Feeling it deeply. Completely. Just going with it. Going with it. quite effortlessly. Effortlessly. More and more. Deeper, deeper, just simply letting go. Letting go and just resting in that feeling of gratitude for a few moments now. Going with it. Going with it. Going with it. And if at any stage you do notice your mind wandering or becoming distracted, as soon as you do notice that, just gently bring your attention back to that feeling of gratitude. And it's like you relax into that gratitude feeling, like emerging, melting, dissolving. Simply resting in that feeling of gratitude again for a few moments, quite effortlessly, just going with it, going with it. That's good. 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 When you're ready now, just let your eyes gently open once again. Maybe a deeper breath or two, little stretch. But just move out of that practice slowly and aim to hold an underlying sense of that gratitude with you. Probably for many of you it's towards the end of the day, so you can take that feeling of gratitude into your sleep. And if you're starting your day, then to meet the day, greet the day with gratitude. Wonderful way to start the day. And yeah, I'd encourage you to tap back into that particular practice from time to time, and through the day just be conscious of remembering gratitude from time to time, being grateful. So thank you all, good to see you, be with you, and have a good week, and we'll see you again next time. Bye for now.